here, Ramona's Plumber. Today in this video we're going to talk about air gaps. What it is, why you need it, and how to fix it. So, you need an air gap because air gaps prevent the wastewater, which has bacteria, from flowing back into your dishwasher and contaminating your dishes and causing a genuine health hazard. I'm going to show you how to fix an air gap and clear a clog. But first you have to know if it's clogged. If an air gap is clogged, you'll have water coming out of these vent holes. And that's the good reason to have these little vent holes in the cap aiming towards the sink, into the sink basin, so that if it does vent while you're not watching, it doesn't flood the counter, the floor, or both. But right here at the air gap vent cap, if it's ever leaked in the past, and even just a little bit, it shouldn't. But if it does, it'll leave white crusty stains right around the base of this cap or right coming out of those vents. If you see that, your air gap needs attention. First thing to try only requires a roll of paper towels. This will only clear the softer clogs, but it's worth trying. What you do is you pull the cap off the gap, you unscrew the cap. There's another air gap style that has a cap that instead of unscrewing, you squeeze the sides of it and pop the little white cap off. It's shaped rectangularly. A little rectangular cap comes off. These are the easier kind and the preferred kind, but the others will come off as well. Then what you do is you look in there, and most often you'll see oftentimes corn, or like a coffee bean or something in there. You look down in there. If you don't see anything, you just put this right here, you lean over, and you blow really hard. Now if you go to blow and it's like blowing against your lips closed, you know it's completely blocked. You may have to try something else, but most often what you'll get is it'd be like spitting a watermelon seed or an olive pit or something. You actually can hear the device blow through the hole, and then all of a sudden when you blow on it, it blows freely. If you could achieve that, you've most likely cleared the blockage. And when you put the cap back on, the final test is of course running the dishwasher and making sure it doesn't weep at all. But after you blow into there and clear that out, you can also stick your hand down into the disposal, and right where this tube from the air gap, underneath, right where it attaches to the disposal, if you reach your hand down in there, you can stick your little finger in that hole, and if it's built up, you'll feel it. Just move it around and try blowing again, or even pouring some hot water into this thing with a funnel, and if it'll take the hot water, it's probably clear. And like I said, the final test is the dishwasher. So if the paper towel method doesn't work, you can use a bottle brush, at least 12 inches long. You don't need one this long. You can get it from the grocery store or Kmart kind of store. Or you can use the wet dry Shopvac. To use the bottle brush method, you remove the cap, the inner cap, and you stick the bottle brush right down the area that is not the small tube, but the other part. You stick it in there and push down, and don't go too far at once because you might get your brush stuck. All the way down, and then you'll see, if you look into your disposal, you'll see the tip of the brush coming into there, and you'll know you've reached all the way. And then put a paper towel or a rag or something around this, because when you pull it out, these brushes will splat the black scum all over the place, and it gets a little messy. You pull it out, careful not to splat the stuff all over, and you have a clean air gap. For the Shopvac method, you take your handy Shopvac, plug it in, you get it ready to turn on. You don't have to have it on when you do this part right here. You just get this over here and you stick it right on there. Once you get that on there, you just turn on your Shopvac, and you should be able to hear the debris coming through this hose, and then you run water, hot water, to dissolve the fats, oils, and grease that are plugging up this tube down here. Run hot water and evacuate a gallon of water into your Shopvac. And that'll be enough hot water to rinse out all that debris in that line, because this vacuum is pulling air so fast past this port where it connects in here that it pulls that water right up through there. And then you, once you run it for about 30-40 seconds like this, you turn it off, you pull off your vac hose, and you're good to go. The standard sink or countertop for a kitchen faucet has 3 holes. If you need a 4th hole for a water dispenser such as this, don't be tempted to do away with your air gap right here, because this is an essential part of safe plumbing for having a dishwasher drain into your disposal. It's very essential. You cannot do away with it. You can't just disconnect it and stick it underneath. That'll cause a lot of problems. Can you do it? Yes, you can, and I can help. RamonasPlumber.com for some tutorials, podcasts, text, and lots of nice pictures. Thank you for watching.